I'll be talking to you on career enhancement through ICT. I'm not going to be too bogus about it. I'm going to be very, very down to earth and simple with respect to that. All right? Do I have a witness that you're going to cooperate with me for the next few minutes? Yes. Like how many hours do you want me to talk to you? Like 15 hours? Okay. You want me to speak for just 3 hours? All right. Now, let's decide here. Let us decide here. I want us to go democratic here. How many hours are you giving to me? All right, all right, all right. I understand. Like how many seconds will you want me to use? Just 2. You think I'll be able to deliver in 2 seconds? You think so? All right, all right. You see, when I got the invitation to be here, I was worried that I'm going to be speaking to you. And then my worry was compounded when I had to speak to you on career issue and then ICT. So initially, I do not know the age bracket. But when I walked in, I saw that we are just of the same age. So when I walk in, I discovered that I can always get to be a boy below or between the age bracket of 10 and 18. Am I not one of you? Am I not one of you? I'm sure you won't reject me. Are you not accepting me to be one of you? Okay, we can stage the street walk together. Who told you I'm not one of you? I am. Now there are 3 key words in what I'll be speaking to you. We're talking about ICT. Can anyone tell us what an ICT means or what your understanding about ICT is? You don't know? Okay, you want to tell us. Okay.
ICT means information communication technology.
Can we clap for this young man? Very brilliant. If I'm to score him now, no, teachers will mark a lot. What do you think I should give him? 0 over 100? 100, 100? 50 over 100? Okay, let's see if there is anybody in this class who will do better than he has done. Who will tell us what ICT means? The girls are not involved. You want to tell us what ICT means? Who is going to volunteer? Okay.
ICT can be defined as one that encompasses the retrieval, organization, acquisition, and dissemination of information using a combination of computers and telecommunications.
I will clap for this. Girls or boys, you got to be careful in this class. And you know why you have to be careful? At the end of this class, I don't want a situation where boys will have, the girls will have outperformed, and then you will not be scoring 100 on. Did you get that definition correctly? That's very fantastic. It means she's been here all along and she had an understanding of why you are here. So there are 3 keywords: ICT, and then you have career, and then you have another word, enhancement. You are not preparing to start working now, are you? You are not. A number of you are still planning to go to the next level, either secondary school or the university. But one day, sooner than you can imagine, you will be working. Is that not correct? And then if you have yourself prepared this way, some few years back when I was in the university as an undergraduate, I'm not sure I was exposed to a kind of things like this. Perhaps I will be performing better than this. But you have an opportunity to perform well. In countries like China and India, you know, first degree is just like secondary school now. And when you have your second degree, they call you a graduate at that level. So it means that the world is changing faster than we can imagine. Some few years ago, if you have to do any application, it has to go to the manual application. You know now everything is done online. That is the power of ICT. 2 people have defined ICT for us. But can we go to slide 3 of my slide? And let's see what a doctor says about internet. Because there's no way you talk about ICT without talking about internet. Can we see what this man is saying about internet? Can anybody read for us? Well, that is a simple task anyway. I'm not asking you to define. I'm only asking you to read. Can anybody read this? Boy or girl? Who is, okay, who? From this side again? Oh, God. Boys got to be careful. You have done before. Okay.
What is the name ICT? If anybody asks me what the internet means to me, I will tell him without hesitation. To me, a quadriplegic, the internet occupies the most important part in my life. It is my feet that can make me go to any part of the world. It is my hands which help me to accomplish my work. It is my best friend. It gives my life meaning. Dr. Zhang Zhu.
Now, can we clap for my friend? Now, about 4 things there, Abi. That is what Dr. Su is saying about internet. He said internet is my leg. It takes me anywhere I want to go in the world. How many of you believe in that? You believe in that? That right from this hall, we can be in America. You agree with me? Right from this camp, you may decide to know what is going on in Australia. And is it possible? Yes. Okay. It's possible because of what? Because of what? Because? Okay, apart from the leg, what else does he say internet is to him? Hand. Okay, what would that be? What would that do? To do what? To help accomplish his work. Okay, it means to you now that with internet, with ICT, you can do your work. You agree with me? Okay. With internet, with ICT, you can go to any part of the world. Do you agree with that also? Okay, what else does he say it is? It's best. If I ask you how many of you have a mobile handset, phone, how many of you have one? Now wave your hand, let's see. It's a thing that to be proud of. Okay, let's see your own brand. Let's see your phone now. Okay. You don't have? Okay, yes. For you to concentrate, it's not with you here, Abi? Okay, good. You know that there is virtually no phone with which you cannot browse this. You can surf the net with everything, Abi? So, I've seen a number of people crossing the road and still browsing on their phone because it's already their best friend. A companion indeed. Now, from this camp, I want you to change your orientation. In Nigeria, when you say career, what comes to people's mind is that their job. You understand that? That's what people think when you say career. Career. The word comes to their mind is about job. And I want you to grow up not thinking about job. I want you to grow up thinking about work. Can you somebody say that work? Can somebody say work? You see, the difference is simple. Job is what you are paid for. Whether you are satisfied by what you are doing or not, that's job. But work is what you are satisfied doing at all time. There is satisfaction in what you are doing. That is when you are working. When you are doing a job, you close when it is closing time. When you are working, you want to get the job done before you leave the office. And you know what makes the job or what makes the work easy? It is the facilities around you. And that is we're talking about ICT. If you need to print this, if you need to do this, you need to process this information, you need to do that and the rest. And you can have it at your fingertips. You're going to enjoy the work. Is that not correct? But if it is job, whether those things are there or not, what is important to you is that let the end of the month comes and then you go. And as a young child, I want you to have that orientation today. Because this country has its future in you. And what that simply means that we'll have to do it in a different way. Some of you are sleeping already, and I'm going to ask questions after this. I brought my, I won't teach without examination. That's what makes me a teacher. I won't teach without examining or evaluating what I've done. I want to be sure whether I'm wasting my time or I'm impacting knowledge. So I'm going to definitely give you an exam after this. And I'm sure you are prepared for that. So, okay, for those who are sleeping, we will see the difference shortly after this class. And I know that girls are prepared to come first. Is that correct? I'm sure boys will not disappoint me either. Will you disappoint? Boys, will you disappoint? It seems there is a gang up against you from this side. This girl doesn't really like you. They don't want you to perform. And you got to break their jeans this morning. I'm not sure whether you are going to perform well, but at the end of the day, we see you performing very well. Now, let's move fast a bit. When you talk about ICT, there are three things I want you to have in mind. ICT, because it's going to take you everywhere you want to go in the world. Because it's going to be your companion. Because it's going to be that friend of yours, it means ICT, you can see it as a tool. How many of you agree with that? ICT is a tool that you can use to work or that can use in doing your work faster and with ease. You agree? Okay. Now, see ICT as a tool. I'm going to ask a question later, like I said. I'm going to ask you, what can you see ICT like, or what can you see it from which angle can you see it? So if it's good for you to capture that. So ICT will serve as a tool that you are going to work with. Now it's also going to serve as alternative. And it's going to serve as agent of change. Now I'll explain those quickly. As a tool, you no longer have to work with the old way of doing things. You know? You see how beautiful this place is? You see how easy it has become for me to teach you this morning? Because I have a tool at a disposal. Using the mechanism of ICT, I can put my lecture on a slide. And then feel free to walk around in the class to talk to you. You know that if I were to be in the past, I have to come with a duster. I have to come with a chalk. And maybe I will come with a voluminous notebook. And then you get scared. What is this man going to tell us like this? But you see what the world has become with the tool of. I'm sure all of you will enjoy. You have had professors abroad teaching with their system, sitting down in their offices and then giving lecture. You have heard that before. Okay, you have seen it before. Okay. What if there's a teleconference facility here? I can sit in my house and then be discussing with you here this morning. You know it's possible. But some few years ago, is that possible? That is why your generation is lucky. So you don't have excuse as a young boy and as a young girl. You see, when people come for interview, as you are growing up, you see yourself as 8 years, as 9 years, or 18 years. It doesn't matter. As you grow up in life, you won't have excuse like our fathers does, our mothers have in those days. You don't have excuse to fail. And let me pause and tell you this quickly. Hello? You know, have you heard people saying that the standard of education has fallen in Nigeria? People saying that? People say and people just talk anything on televisions or radio or newspaper. They say the standard of education in Nigeria has fallen. Did you agree with that? No, I was in a conference and I had to defend the paper and I said, it's not true. You agree with me it's not true? The standard has not fallen. What has happened is that the curriculum has expanded beyond what we have in those days. What I was taught in primary 3 or primary 4, we used to have a book then, Alawiye, that's a Yoruba book. I'm not sure it's still in vogue anyway. What I was taught that time, my little boy knows more than that now, you know. Because he has access to internet and some other things, which I do not have access to that time. So, if people have been failing some 5-10 years, and you have the opportunity of internet facilities, ICT, you can process information, you do not have excuse to fail. Tell the person next to you that you don't have excuse to fail. You know what you enjoy now? We do not enjoy some years back. So tell me a very good reason why you must fail after this camp. You have this opportunity of seeing people. It's not new to you. You know some of your colleagues, when you meet with them later in life, and they see a program going on, see the person speaking on the screen, they get sick. Is it really possible? Is it going to be new to you? It's not new to you any longer. So there's nothing scaring about ICT. Rather, it's a tool that's going to move you. It's a leg with which you can move around. You don't have an excuse to fail. So it's a tool. Now, the other thing is that ICT is an alternative. And I want you to make up your mind today that you are going to be the preferred one. You know that many people are losing their job in the country because of ICT. You know that? I don't have to keep you if you are not effective in my work. Now, people come out and say there's no job anywhere in the world. The question you ask them is that, are you employable? Are you compliant in this hyper ICT-driven economy? When you grow older and you graduate from the university of your choice, you're employed in a better form and better shape, making use of every facilities in the office. All right, guys, you're still talking. I wish I'm in the class. I will just ask you to walk out. But don't let me walk. All right? Well, I'm just trying to call your attention. All right? Okay. Now, the number one thing is that ICT is what? Is what? And what do you use a tool for? Abi? Okay, the other thing is that it's what? Is what? If I have two options to do the work, writing, and it's going to take me 8 hours. And I have an option of just slotting in my flash drive and sending message. You know, if I have an option of sending a mail to you in Lagos, and I have to go to post office, and then drop my letter there, and then pay. Ask them to take it to Lagos. And the following morning, I heard that they are on strike. You know, my mail will stay for as long as they are on strike. You agree with me? But I have an alternative to sit down in my house, press whatever I want to press, attach it via internet, and in the next 5 minutes, whoever I'm linking up with can get the message. Which one will you prefer? Go to post office or post through internet? Which one? So, you know, it's an alternative. It has become a very good alternative to do the work. The other thing is that it has become an agent of change. And I've mentioned the 3 areas focus on ICT. When you talk about ICT, you see it as a tool. You see it as what again? As alternative. And at the same time, you see it as agents of change. You agree with me that a number of things have changed in this country. The way we do things are no longer as... In fact, to apply now for anything, you have to go online. Now, the problem or the challenge there is that it is either you cooperate with the changing world or they drop you by the wayside. And I don't think they should drop anybody here. Is there anybody who is willing to be dropped? Is there anybody willing to be dropped? Okay, you want to move ahead in life. Okay? One thing that you will need to move on in life is for you to appreciate the power of information and communication technology. I already talked about career. And I told you that there are 2 ways people see it. People see it as what? And people see it as... And I told you that I want you to think of work, not job. So that when, you know, people get frustrated when they start working, that job is taxing, it's worrisome. It's because they have a mindset of job. I've not come here because I'm engaged to do a job. I've come here as a teacher, and I enjoy working as a teacher. All right? Is that okay? I know for those of us in mathematics, ICT is simple, and it's easy. How many of you come and study mathematics in the university? If you like mathematics, can you wave your hand? You like mathematics. God bless you. Clap for yourself. You don't like mathematics, let me see your hand. Don't feel shy. You don't like mathematics, let me see your hand. Okay, you will need it in the ICT world. You know? Sure, you know you will need it. And you know it's the only subject that is so simple in the whole world is mathematics. You agree with me? You don't? You agree with me? That mathematics is the simplest subject anybody can do. You agree? Okay, 1 plus 1 in Nigeria is what? 1 plus 1 in Germany is what? Okay. Anywhere in the world, 1 plus 1 is 2. But if they ask you to define economics, you will have 17 definitions conflicting. You know? You agree with me? If they ask you to define geography, you will have 16 people define it in different ways. But if they ask you 1 plus 1 is 2. If they ask a black man, he will tell you it's 2. If you ask a white man, he's going to tell you it's 2. Now, we have talked about career. We have talked about ICT. Those 3 areas you must see. And let me quickly do that of enhancement. You agree that what you are doing here at this summit is to enhance you because you're going to face some challenges in life later as you grow old. What we are doing now, you look at it as if, why did they keep us here? Why are they keeping us here? Oh, we're supposed to be in town enjoying ourselves. But what you are getting now, those who are in town now, we need it later. By the time they will need it, you will have gone beyond this level. You agree? By the time they are in primary 1, learning this same thing, you're already in primary 4 and you will be their own teacher. Is that not fine? Is that not good? Oh, that's very good. But I like to overtake my colleagues. And that has been my own passion in life. How many of you want to overtake your colleagues? In good things, oh, not in bad things. How many of you like to overtake your colleagues? Okay. That when they will be showing you on television some few years ago, I will sit there watching and say, oh, this 16, 18 years boy just graduated in the university. Is that not fantastic? And then you see somebody 20-something years saying, okay, I'm just going to university. Won't you be happy that time that you're already a graduate? Because you are devoting time now to improve yourself. When you come after jump, there's one thing, I'm talking about enhancement, and that is about improvement. What you are doing now is that you are investing in your future. It's not easy. Learning is not easy anywhere. How many of you know that reading is not easy? It's not easy. For you to be seated, to be calmed, this long, it is not easy. So I appreciate you. Particularly at this age, you want to move around. You want to play, fine. But the benefit is yours later. Because by the time you come out of this camp, you are a better person. There is something I want you to understand about this issue of enhancement. ICT that you are getting familiar to now will help you. And I paint a scenario for you. We have seen people come out of secondary school in recent time with a very good grade in JAMB. 252, 230. And yet they cannot get admission because when they are exposed to post-UTME, it's a computer-based test. And it's not because the chap is not brilliant, but because he has phobia for computer. He has not seen one before. So it's a time-bound exam. How many of you can operate computer very well here? You can. Oh, it's an advantage. You are improving. That's an enhancement on your part. There are brilliant people that will drop out because they have phobia for computer. No, the guy is brilliant. He has scored 252. Only for him to come and sit with computer for 30 minutes, CBT exam, we call it computer-based exam. He can't cope because he has not developed himself in that area. Now, if you develop yourself using ICT, 4 things will happen to you. Number 1, by the time you grow older, you'll be very, very efficient. All right? When you improve yourself, using ICT as a tool, using ICT as alternative to working long hours, but doing it faster with ease, you are going to be very efficient. Because This is Mr. A, and this is Mr. B. Your teacher has given you the same assignment. And this young man knows how to use Excel. Have you heard about Excel before? Okay. This one doesn't know. And the man says, submit in the next 5 hours. Now they have the same data. This guy is seeing ICT as a tool. Is that correct? All he needs to plot in his data and then the result come out. This one is still doing it in a manual way. And then he comes back 10 hours later. I say, I'm still working on it, sir. Give me more time. Which of the two do you think the teacher will like most? The one who delivers in another 30 minutes. The man is comfortable with him that, look, this one will not waste our money, will not waste our investment. So when you grow old and you come to an interview and they say, okay, after the interview you perform well, many people will not know that you have gone through this road. You have been told the truth now. That develop yourself so that when you grow, you will not be talking of a job, you will be talking about work. Did you get what I've just said? Is that very clear? So ICT will make you what? It will make you efficient. Now it will make you to be able to manage your knowledge. You'll be able to manage the information you have, collect it, process it accurately. Is that okay? Oh, this my friends, they are still busy talking, chatting, don't worry. But I'll give you a slip very soon, and you must answer the 10 questions correctly. Is that okay? If you don't answer, what should I do for you? I'll take you home. I'll take you home for 5 days. And I will not be meal in the morning, no food in the night. You only eat in the afternoon. I'll put you on hunger strike. You like eating, Abi? You don't like? He agrees that he's going home with me for 5 days and there's no food. I won't be food. Okay, what's the number one thing that ICT will do for you? Boys, what's the number one thing ICT will do for you? Makes you what? Okay. The number 2 thing is going to do for you? Manage what? You manage your knowledge. You know the information you are receiving now. Okay, it could be voluminous, wide enough, but you can manage it. Now it increases your network. I was to serve on the panel to interview somebody one time ago. Hello? The third point I've just made is that it's going to increase what? Your network. Where you can reach. Another person who is not seeing ICT as a tool cannot reach the place. And somebody asked the applicant a question. The person asks, are you on any social network like Facebook and the rest? Oh, the chap answered yes. And they asked, like, how many are your friends? I'm talking about reasonable friends too. And said maybe one something or so. And he's been interviewed for a marketing job. It shows that he's not likely a social person. You understand that? So he has a very low network coverage. In the academics, for instance, we have a slogan. It's either you publish or you perish. Hello? In the academics, there is a slogan. It's either you publish or you. How can you say you are an academic? How can you say you are a lecturer? You are not writing. You are not communicating your knowledge to the world. In the process of communicating your knowledge to the world, you are building a network for you. Somebody in China will see your paper and give you a mail. I saw your paper. I'm interested. Can we talk? You know, you already have a friend in Jamaica. You already have a friend there. And what is giving you that friend is the ICT tool that you have used. All right? Is that okay? Somebody will, maybe if this program is eventually heard, and somebody in your village, for instance, also watching the program, cited you on TV and said, that is Jane. So she attended the Digitest summer. Where you think you are not likely going to reach, ICT has taken you there.